what we know, and this from the mayor of this town, we're just outside of Paris here in Levallois-Perret. He spoke to French media a short while ago explaining that it was between 8 and 8:30 this morning, so more than a couple of hours ago now, that car, that BMW that's now still being searched for here in Paris, rammed into a group of military personnel on their way out of their barracks to begin their patrols. Now, this is part of the military operation that's been underway since January of 2015, Max, to try and cope with a terrorist threat that's facing France. But once again, this morning here in Paris, and it is the 6th time this year that military personnel or police officers have been specifically targeted, Max.
And these were soldiers deployed to support the police after the 2015 attacks?
That's right, and anyone who's been to Paris recently will have seen them at all of Paris's touristic locations. Heavily armed military personnel. They've been on the streets since January of 2015. It is a heavy presence that you'll see all around Paris when you come and visit. And these were the 6 were heading out. We now know, of course, that 2 of them, as you say, were quite badly injured, although none of their lives was threatened. This was also explained to French media by the mayor of this local town earlier this morning. But still, that BMW is being searched for, a dark-colored BMW, according to some reports. Another thing that the mayor mentioned, Max, was that according to witnesses here this morning, this car had been hanging around for some time, obviously waiting then for these military personnel to come out of their barracks, which is why they're telling us that this was apparently a deliberate attack. There's very little doubt about that at this stage. But again, the 6th time this year, we've seen a very different kind of attack here in Paris than we had in the previous years when civilians were specifically targeted. This time, once again, military personnel, police officers, policemen and women. That's what we've seen 6 times this year, Max, often with just a single solitary person taking them on. And once again this morning with a car. We've seen that a number of times over the course of the last few months. Those policemen and women or those military personnel being attacked by vehicles, ramming into them, either into their vehicles or, as happened here this morning in Levallois-Perret, military personnel who are on their feet and outside of their cars, hence the injuries that we are waiting to find out more about.